So we're back at the Nunez collection, and I want to share some very special item with you. When Susan and Lou were both young married couple, they would often go on antique jaunts, and one of their favorite places to go was the Mary Merritt Museum. And people of a certain age and a certain generation would understand what I'm talking about. And it was the place that they went to dream. And in a lot of ways, that's where they had their education of what quality is, what originality is, etc. So one of the things that they loved the most was right near the front door when you walked into the museum, and it fits just to a T our theme, which is We Serve, which is this wonderful charity bazaar cellar. And you can see how you could fall in love with this. And I should point out that Mary Merritt in the 50s and 60s had a whole network of antique dealers in England that were shopping for her. So she had a whole way of getting things, and this was one of the pieces that came from England. And I would imagine that she might have been tempted to put a few things in it to fluff it out a bit. And you can see that this lady that's working her stall at a charity bazaar is going to bank because she has a tremendous amount of items to sell. And there are many, many special items in this piece. And I've seen this many times, but you know, every time you look at it, you see something new, such as this amazing porcelain mask, which I think is fantastic. And I know a little later in this session of World Doll Day celebration, you're going to have a program on Earnhardt and Sohn, and there's a lot of Earnhardt and Sohn pieces, such as this bird cage and picture frames, just all kinds of wonderful things. Now, the doll is probably a Germanic paper mache of depicting an elderly lady, and she's wearing her red cape, which we associate with peddlers, but this could be a costume situation for a charity bazaar. But there's a lot of wonderful things in this tableau, from handmade items that are unique, one of a kind, and a lot of manufactured pieces. And I would imagine if we did pulled some things up, we could get some dating on the whole assembly. And the one thing I want to point out to you that I particularly love, and I know my cameraman loves, is here we have a porcelain plaque of a very early bulldog, which you really don't see those that often. But it's filled with wonderful things, and I think we could probably say that not only is it a charity bazaar cellar, but it could very well have been created to be sold at a charity bazaar. But this is one of the pieces in Susan and Lou's collection that has a long part of their memory of, wonderful time. And they've really lived the American dream, that they have a magnificent collection, but this is one of the pieces that started them. And then if we're going to talk about merchandising, here we have a very unique peddler, kind of a really large size, with a very interesting group of things that she's trying to market. And we don't know that she came from a charity bazaar, but she very well could have, because these would have been very popular decorative accessories. And not a toy, but to be used as decoration. So friends, we're going to be back, and we will see you shortly. Bye-bye. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.